We're glad you're with us tonight. I'm Lynn Brooks.
And I'm Terri Brewer. Thanks for being with us for a special edition of WVUA News at 5. We're coming to you live from the University of Alabama for another home football weekend at the Capstone. Weather's great.
It feels so good out here. A gorgeous start to your weekend. And if you're planning a night of high school football tonight or a night on the town, it's going to be very nice.
Yeah, and today is actually the last day of summer, which means fall starts tomorrow. Perfect for a football game day. Let's get a first check of your forecast with WVUA Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. Hi there, Richard.
Hey, Terri and Lynn, good Friday afternoon to you. Temperature's not that bad for this time of the year. How about 82 in Tuscaloosa, 82 back in Atlanta, and all across the south, the humidity's still low today. No cloud cover, no rain to talk about. We will stay rain-free for the local high school football games happening tonight. 7 p.m. kickoff around 72, upper 60s likely as we head towards midnight tonight. Low 60s at midnight, upper 60s by 10. What about the rest of your weekend forecast? Look at that, plus a 7-day planner coming up in a bit. Stay with us.
All right, thank you, Richard. In less than 24 hours, the Tide will face off against Florida Atlantic.
That's right. We have a live look over Bryant-Denny Stadium from our WVUA tower camera. This is where the Tide will hit the gridiron against the Owls tomorrow. Kickoff for this one, 4 p.m. The game is pay-per-view. It will also be carried on the radio. That's for you on Crimson Tide Sports Network. And a home game means Bama fans are flocking to T-Town, usually the first to roll into town. Those RVers, and these fans love to show their Crimson pride. These fans are already talking about the other team.
Okay, obviously they haven't looked at the rankings. Number 1, Alabama. Number 2, Alabama's second string. Number 3, LSU. Number 4, Oregon. Number 5, Alabama's third string. There we go. Enough said.
So now that you have the rankings, you need to start your football Saturdays with us. You don't want to miss Crimson Tide kickoff Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Gary Harris will have complete game day coverage with special guests, a breakdown of the matchup, and feature stories on the Tide every Saturday morning right here on WVUA. And before you cheer on the Tide this Saturday, get your football fix tonight. Football Friday is right after WVUA News at 10. Gary Harris and our entire WVUA sports team will bring you all the highlights from West Alabama's biggest games. That kicks off tonight, 10:35.
And of course, Alabama's home game means Alabama Game Day Advantage is coming your way tonight. You can join Danny Salter tonight at 6:30. He'll be talking about permits for parking on campus. They're a lot easier to get than you might think. Plus, he'll chat with Ken Gaddy from the Bryant Museum about Bama's BCS championship trophies. And he'll talk about Family Weekend at the University and the $1 Million Band, too. That's all happening tonight, live at the Bryant Museum. Get the advantage, the Alabama Game Day Advantage tonight at 6:30 right here on WVUA TV. And if you're out for the game this weekend, you may notice more parents on campus than usual.
There's a lot around here. That's because this is Family Weekend. Today kicked off Family Weekend at the University of Alabama, and according to Jennifer DeFrance with UA Parent Programs, it's time for parents to see what their student does at the Capstone. DeFrance says there's been a large increase in the number of out-of-state students. UA now has at least one student from all 50 states.
We've seen parents and family members literally from all over, which I think is really exciting and very encouraging because it really means that our students can have such a well-rounded education by learning from their peers as well.
And tonight we'll hear from some students and their parents from places as far away as Vermont and even Washington. We'll have that for you tonight on WVUA News at 6. On your Crime Watch tonight, what started out as a date from an online site ended up in a rape investigation. It happened in Tuscaloosa County.
That's right. According to the Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide Unit, the victim said the suspect drove her to a secluded spot off exit 97 and forcibly raped her. She was taken to DCH Regional Medical Center for treatment. Authorities say the case is still under investigation. WVUA is also covering Brookwood this evening, where Sunday will mark 11 years since the Brookwood mine tragedy. On September 23, 2001, 13 miners inside the Brookwood Jim Walter mine died after an explosion inside mine number 5. Methane gas ignited, causing an explosion. After that, some miners were trapped and died while trying to save others. A special memorial is planned for this Sunday at Brookwood Baptist Church. Organizers tell us doors will open at 4 p.m. with a service starting at 5 o'clock. A top state leader spent some time at the capstone today.
That's right. Alabama's Lieutenant Governor Kay Ivey was at the university for a special program honoring a UA student, and WVUA asked Ivey her thoughts on Governor Bentley's recent announcement on retirement incentives. As we've reported, Bentley wants to offer incentives for public school teachers and state employees in an effort to save some money. Ivey told us everyone in the government is focused on growing the economy and reducing the cost of doing business. Ivey says by encouraging early retirement, the state will save money in the long run.
It's good stewardship to be as effective and efficient with the spending of state resources and federal resources as we can. State officials, we start in Alabama, working with our people to make this happen in an effective manner.
And we'll have a lot more on the UA student who was recognized by Lieutenant Governor Kay Ivey. That's coming up for you tonight on WVUA News at 6.